I just want to get the people behind this case because I'm going for justice. I'm going to go all the way. I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to relent. And I just want the people to support me in this. And I want people, if they can support me by being there on the 14th of November at the County Court in Melbourne. If the people can be there, financially to support me and help me to get this across the line, because I believe that we can change the system. Okay, I know that they've gone way too far, and they're doing this to people all the time. And they're getting away with it. I won't relent. I won't give up. But if I have support from everybody in the wider community, I know that I can maximise our effectiveness with the evidence that we have that proves that there's systemic failure in the system and that the police have gone too far, and we just need justice.
Nick, thanks for joining me tonight. Listen, mate, we've been following your story from the beginning, and I know our audience is certainly really keen to know what's been happening. But let's just recap for those who don't really recall everything from the beginning. What happened?
Yeah, look, I've held a very strong position against the government mandates from the beginning of the whole COVID scenario, and I've been targeted for that reason. I held my position in front of 2 police, 22 police, 18 police cars, and a police truck. Channel 7, the media attacked me, did false reports about me, which we know that's what they do. I had visits from the police in the middle of the night, multiple times, 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight, and then we were targeted at a rally, and the police actually ran across the road and actually bashed my mate up, and we ran in to defend him, which we have a right to do that. And then the police, they belted 6 of us up. Got capsicum sprayed, had my shoulder ripped out of its socket. The next day, I went to Paul Furlong's church to help, with a broken shoulder, and it was because Paul Furlong was arrested and put in jail that day, so I helped him run his church because I'm a very strong Christian, and I think that that's a very important service that was lacking through all of the lockdowns. And the next day, I was arrested, so it was 2 days after we had that interaction with the police at the rally, and I was arrested. I was put in jail. I thought I was just going to the police station just to do an interview, and 29 days later I was able to get out with the strictest of bail conditions. I couldn't speak about anything to do with the COVID pandemic, the law, the police, the government, the Cho directions at all. It was a complete gag order. And so basically that's what happened, and I'm still fighting those charges.
Now, for people who think that this is all just a made-up thing, the police are really not trying that hard. Just to put into perspective for those who don't remember, police even came after Rebel News, threatening me with potential jail for sharing the footage that we were, as journalists, legally allowed to share. We didn't back down. In fact, thanks to them threatening us in that letter, we got to reshare it, and people got to see what's going on. So your case has been important, and the police and the government have been trying really hard to suppress it. What's the cost been for you?
Well, so look, there's a whole lot of things have happened. So I've had my business for 12 years. I've had to close it down, okay, because the injury from the police, having my shoulder ripped out of its socket, I ran a fight gym. Can't do that anymore. Then, so I don't have a lot of, a lot of time anyway, because I homeschool my children as well. So it's been very stressful trying to learn, because I've been representing myself at a lot of these court cases. I have had representation, but I haven't had money to have representation every time because it's expensive. So when you've got no business and you've got no income, it's impossible. So, but I've had a lot of help from people. People have donated to help me to keep fighting the fight. And I really believe that I've been put in this position for a reason, because I won't back down, and I'll go all the way with this. And I want to change the system. I can prove there's systemic failure. I can prove that the police have been writing false statements to put people in jail. They did that to me. I can prove that they've used the bail as a way to silence political dissenters. I can prove it. There's no way that they can deny this.
Well, we've aired that hidden camera on Rebel News. We know that stuff is happening.
They're still trying to charge me, which I think it's ridiculous to pursue those charges because there's no evidence of them. And our team, and I'm going to call it a team, the other guys that were involved, they're solid. They're not gonna relent either. They're like, let's go all the way with this. So once we beat those charges, that's when we can take it.
So you've got your criminal charges that you're facing.
Yeah.
You're saying you're confident with the help of the public you're going to beat those.
Yeah.
And then once that is done, you're going to look at potential civil and criminal.
Yeah.
Or
Both.
Okay. Now, people that want to follow and that want to see how this plays out, when's the next court date?
So I've got a trial set. It's a 10-day trial, so it's a long trial, and that's set for the 14th of November.
14th of November. And for those that want more information, want to reach out, want to see wants to follow you closely, not just by every little update that Rebel News does every so often, where can they get that or help you out or whatever it is?
Yep, it's www.fightcorruptpolice.com or just fightcorruptpolice.com.
For you, the URL, fightcorruptpolice.com, that says what you believe your mission is through this case and through everything you're doing. All right, mate. We'll follow it closely, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers, they have been really paying, close attention to your cases when it's come up at Rebel News. And we'll be there to cover it on the day or every 10 of those days.
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it.
While this is not a Rebel News initiative or campaign, I think it's certainly one we've been following closely and I think is well worth checking out and getting behind in one way or another. Good luck, mate.
Thank you. Appreciate it.